The land of Fife,
Oh,
it's a massive continent ruled by the Kingdom of Fife. Its capital is Dundee. The majestic city has a giant walled city. There is a war going on between the Kingdom of Fife and the Chaos Wizard Zargothrax. He is a mortal wizard that centuries ago, eons even, the leader or the founder of Dundee fought off with the six heroes of Dundee, banished him, sealed away the darkness. He has now come back once more, thanks to his cult of chaos worshippers who are ravishing the countryside, murdering peasants, burning stuff, all sorts of evil mannerisms. And he has returned, and he is set to conquer the land of Fife and rule it all with an iron fist. You guys are in the city of Dundee. It's a massive walled city on like a cliff leading up, above the water. City on top of the cliff. Looks really cool. Because of all the war and all of the people having to migrate from their homes, there's like a shanty town set up outside the walls. It's just mainly refugees, a few city guards to make sure nothing happens. And right now, entry into the actual main city is prohibited. You have to have a certain pass because there's an influx of refugees. You guys are in a tavern outside of the main city walls called the Hammer and Spear.
So I walk in, I go, yo, so this wizard thinks that the Fife is trifling, is what I say. Is my first introduction to the town. I need to know when we go outside. It's very important.
Well, you guys can choose when you go outside. You guys can choose where you are. If you're at a table, if you're at the bar itself, who you're talking to, if you want to enter, stuff like that.
Should we ask around, see what people know? What's the wizard's name? Gloggarth?
Zargothrax?
Zargothrax.
Where's the hottest waitress?
There is no barmaid.
Let's go back inside the bar. I want to ask around about Zargoboth.
There's no baddies. Oh, we already established this.
I exclaim, I put my foot on the table.
Okay.
We will save this Fife town. Give us all your information on Yargoboth, the wizard. And now,
I join Aiden.
And now we wait for information. So what information do we get?
You turn all heads. Everyone is looking at you. The bard stops their plan. The guy behind the tavern, the barkeep, looks up at you, like stops polishing a glass, goes back to cleaning, picks up, and there's like the table where you have stomped your foot into. There's a couple, you would assume, probably lower level like militiamen. They have not the best armor, just some like leather. Not talbards, leather jerkins, I guess that's the word. You know, like a sword at their side. They basically say, if you mean the wizard, like the Chaos Wizard, everyone in Fife should know about the war going on. It's ravaging the countrysides. They've taken over probably 3 or 4 small villages. It's a losing battle. They're somehow able to infect us with the minors of wound. Other than that, not much is happening. We're kind of mainly at a stalemate. The fronts are mainly towards the south. They haven't reached this far north yet. There's massive recruitments going on in all cities. Any eligible man that can hold a blade. And right now, there's a bounty on a tribe of goblins nearby that's stopping caravans and stopping merchants from entering the city. That's what me and my compatriot here were planning on doing in the morning. Because there's like a reasonable bounty. You get to enter the city, I've heard.
Question: Are the goblins baddies?
So what do we have to do to get into the town?
Look at my face when I'm talking to you. All right. You know exactly what I'm trying to say here, and you're just ignoring. All right.
He looks up and he just kind of is like, "Well,
I've got my wife here."
Should I fucking? Oh my god.
How do I phrase? He looks up and he's like, "Well, it's not unknown that humans have relations with goblins, although it is very uncommon and frowned upon, and I cannot speak towards that manner myself."
Human. All right. So we got past that.
Fair enough. Pointy ear. Then he looks over at Aiden and he's
racist.
He looks over at Aiden and he says, recently there's been a band of goblins that has been destroying merchant caravans and shipments into the city. And recently, there's been a bounty put out to stop them and clear out the goblin encampments.
I have an idea.
It even has the king's seal on it.
I have an idea, men.
Oh.
We're gonna steal a carriage of our own or acquire one from the town legally, and we're gonna get raided by the goblins.
We're gonna get what by the goblins? Oh, okay.
This way, we can interrogate them
And maybe find out if they're bad.
and maybe get their key cards so we can get inside.
What is this?
You should always have it in here so you can go.
Is that
Yeah,
is
okay.
that possible?
Yeah. So, overhearing, Jesse, why are you playing my wallet? So overhearing overhearing the conversation, the man behind the counter kind of looks up and kind of calls for you to come closer. He says his name. Oh God, I have to come up with a name now. Jesus Christ.
Luke.
His name is Archibald. Let's go with that.
Archibald,
And-
mop him up.
Exactly.
Hello, Sir Luke.
He is a veteran from the last Great War that ravished the kingdom. He says he is. I opened up this tavern to try to help out some of the refugees and help out the local militia and whatnot who are stationed out here. He says,
You're such a nice man, General Luke.
I also had some troubles with carriages. Half my shipments of ale, only outgoing, seem to make it to the destination. I can't import anything. It's affecting business. He says, I do have a caravan going out in the morning if you do want to ride with it to see if you can help with the goblin problem.
That sounds good.
I'll see what I can. I don't know what rooms we have, but I'll try to accommodate you for the night.
We're heroes and we're gonna save the land. We will sleep wherever. We'll sleep on the streets.
Send me some maidens.
And with that, he kind of.
My dog here needs a nice little bed though to sleep. He needs like his.
I think we have a couple pillows we can use.
Okay.
Or whatnot, yeah.
Okay.
And he goes back, just kind of like polishing the glasses and.
About my maiden problem.
What about your Aiden problem?
Shut up. Some things are more important. I've been very lonely for a long time. There's no magazines here.
That's true, yeah.
Magazines don't exist.
I have a few in my backpack.
I have the last 5% jewel in the land.
Yo, can I hit that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I passed Jesse the last 5% jewel in the land.
I take a hit of it. I get buzzed and I fall over.
That's that shit, I say. And then I put it back in my pocket.
So you're telling me there's not a single woman in this tavern for like hours in here?
It's a bar for drunk.
I will
It's a bar.
say-
What do you think?
Historically, taverns are mainly for men.
You're not the only one
not
looking for
every
mates.
single-
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Yeah. There's a couple of women that come in. A couple come in with their presumably husband. A couple older age.
Might
I see
I,
maybe 3 that are around.
I don't-
You would presume your
Deep,
age.
might
or-
I direct you to the Fife Supercuts?
Supercuts?
Yeah. Have you checked the Fife Supercuts?
I can't say that I have.
Well, that's where you're going
I've been
wrong,
there.
buddy.
What?
What time is the caravan leaving?
The caravan leaves at like 9 in the morning.
We got
Let me look up when Supercuts opens.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. I'll allow it.
Is that an American
What do
place or
women
something?
do at night?
Yeah, it's
They walk alone.
they open at 10, dude. They open at 10. It's no shot. You're not gonna be able to make it.
There are a few women in the bar that look around your age. Well, not because you're an elf, but like.
I'm going on the website. Pick up lines for medieval bitches.
Okay. You give me one, and if it's good, I'll let you roll with advantage, which means you get to roll twice and take the higher number. You just go up, you are mine now. Just walk away.
Hast thou fallen from thy sky, luminous angel? from
Thy-
thine blackout heart?
Dude, I got it. Hast thou fallen from thy sky, that's thou looking thy fried.
That's what I said. That's what.
Oh, that's what you said? You gotta end it with
I said-
fried.
I said, "Hast thou fallen from the sky, luminous angel, for thine buttocks art out of this world."
Okay, roll charisma twice. I'll give you that. You definitely get advantage for that. Okay, you got an 8.
Riz.
Roll. Okay, roll again.
No.
I will say because of the of how effective that was, I will say the threshold you had to pass was lower. So I'll say you get a blush.
I say we hit the hay. We have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. We're gonna get raided.
I invite my girl to come back with me.
I gotta take her to my place.
Okay, well
Exactly.
your room in the.
I'm gonna invite my girl to come back to my room.
Okay, I'll roll for that.
Alright.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 0, and she's gonna like slap me and run away.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You got an 8.
11.
Deep got an 11. Jesse got an 8. Okay.
She came back and watched one episode of Adventure Time with you before leaving. You guys sat on 2 different chairs.
And with that, you guys go to bed. Everyone but Aiden disappointed.
Did I get her number though? At least.
Yeah, she gives you her carrier pigeon address.
Oh,
All right. Hey. I still think that's a W.
Okay.
So while you guys are sleeping, you all have this weird kind of half awake, half dream state where you see the symbol of a snake eating its own tail, and then you wake up before you can try to figure out what it is.
Whoa, was that like a sex thing?
And
should-
it's probably. Oh, go ahead.
Is there any sort of like wireless communication device that we have like through magic?
Yeah, so there are devices. It was based off of a spell. There's eagles are running. Sorry. There is a spell called Message, and if you point at someone, they can hear it in their head. With the technology, the royal wizards were able to like make a device that you can like clip onto your ear, and it allows you to connect to the people who have it.
I say things into my girl's ears
So
until she gets
you all
mentally
have it.
insane.
'Cause you guys are.
Okay, so I put on a blast. I say, did you guys also have a crazy dream last night?
The one where the snake was deep throating itself?
Yeah, was that like sexual or like what was up with that?
You know what? I will. You got to see it through my boy.
I
You
hope
got
this
to-
doesn't wind up in our own demise. This dream. I hope that's not like symbolism for that.
No, we're good. No, I
In this world of magic, this weird dream we all had that was the same doesn't equal.
It's gonna
Alright.
be we're all gonna.
I say we all put on our shoes and meet up at the caravan. We got a big day
Alright,
ahead of
Let's
us.
do this.
So you guys walk down the little corridor from the residence area, the inn, and you go to the tavern. You see Archibald is already out. He has his like writing stuff down with his quill, making sure his stock is correct. The caravan you can see is just pulled up outside.
Isn't your name like Phil or something?
It's Archibald.
See what you say his name was?
Archibald Mop 'em Up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is my legally or my wife given name. And
Leaky Bum. What did you say his name was?
he said his name was Luke.
Luke. Yes, now I remember. I
like
recall
that name.
Luke.
I like that name.
What's going on, Luke? What
He
you got?
kind
for
of
me?
just looks at you. He's like, "Just call me what you will," and just like defeated
Call him Will?
sighs.
Okay. Will now.
I
he
roll
said-
intimidation to make his.
Okay, yeah, sure. He is a grizzled like veteran of a war, but yeah, try to intimidate him.
How do you make this work?
I got you.
On 11.
He looks at you dead in the eyes and just says Archibald.
And I try to intimidate him after. How do I do that? What's the dice?
Reach for his shirt collar, but the ground has been recently mopped, so you kind of slip and kind of land on the bar stool, and he kind of looks at you and just shakes his head. He's like, "So the caravan's leaving in probably like 30 minutes ish."
I stand up, rub my ass in pain, and then I say in defeat. Oh, we should get going, boys.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
roll athletics.
4. What?
for push-ups. 20
Okay.
push-ups.
He's just gonna start doing
Yeah,
push-ups.
go ahead, Mike.
Let's go.
You get through like 15.
Okay. Not bad.
I ask why the hell you did that.
What the fuck?
Okay, so you can see already the doors kind of open to the tavern. You see guys walking in there with boxes.
Wait, beforehand, I challenge to do more push-ups than Deep did.
Okay, cool. So Deep had 15.
I guess we're doing a push-up contest.
You got a nat 20.
Oh,
You do 50 one-handed.
What? You 51-handed push-up?
Dude, he's
Let me try
insane.
one more time. One more time.
Oh, I did more push-ups than Deep! You can't try again. You're gonna be less winded. That makes no fucking sense.
So you guys set out. It's probably around 9:30. Around there is one armed guard as well. He just has a spear, some light clothes. Not very
I
talkative.
try and give him a double high five, both hands.
Okay. You sort of put both your hands up, and he just kind of looks at you, not sure what you're doing.
Up high.
And-
Down low. Up high. Down low. Too slow.
And as you're walking, you feel as though you're being watched. You
I
get
would like to offer Quinn as sacrifice.
I was gonna say we
Yo.
use Quinn to try to sniff it out, but you know.
No, sacrifice. I would like to offer Quinn.
I'd like to offer Deep.
If we offer
Offer
Quinn as a
what?
sacrifice, then I am useless as a character.
yeah.
You're a meat
That's
cube.
your call, but that's what's gonna happen.
So as you guys keep walking, you reach this little grove. It's like no trees growing in the circle, tiny little hill. There's a rock on the hill, and you can see that there is someone in like full plate mail. He has like a white tabard over it with a green sigil of a hammer. Massive deep gash, like cuts in the armor. You can see like the blood is almost like it looks black and almost like infected. He's kind of like propped up against the rock and half like kind of on his helmet.
I run up.
Good looking.
I run up to him. I say, "Don't mind my dumb fucking Lord Gregory Randall friend. Are
What's
you
cooking good?
are you dying?"
He kind of like looks up, surprised to see anyone, looks like around nervously, or very quickly, kind of tries to prop himself up a bit farther and falls back down.
I find it very rude that you ignore me. What's cooking? Good looking.
It is a human male.
What is cooking? Good looking.
Let's ask him if he knows anything about Yalgaboth.
What is
Is Argothrax?
So he looks
Zargothrax.
up at you and he's taken aback a bit and then kind of I can't cough right now 'cause I'm not sick, but imagine he coughs. Exactly. Thank you, Deep.
You're welcome.
And he says, "You must not be from the city, or at least not from the capital."
Everyone's calling us dumb. Just tell us where to go and what you know.
Yeah.
Get to the chase before you die.
He goes,
What is cooking? Good
So-
looking.
He looks over at Gregory Randall and he goes, "I am literally dying." He goes back to Aiden. He
What is
says,
cooking? Good looking. What's cooking? Good looking.
he laughs at your joke. He gives you a chortle. He looks back at Aiden. He goes, "Forgive me. This area is infested with goblins. I'm not sure what it is. Usually they're relatively passive creatures that don't go out and attack in groups like this. I was sent down. I'm from the Order of from the Hoots Force. We're a legion
Okay.
of the king's finest. We are sent out to do tasks that it would take like tens of nights to do. I was completely caught off guard. The weapons they have, it's like they're foul to the touch. They cut through my armor and I was overwhelmed in seconds. I had another member with me. They taken him. I don't know why they didn't take me." And as he's speaking, he has this kind of around his neck, this sort of amulet crystal, not amulet, like blue crystal thing, and it just starts shining like super bright.
I rip it out of his neck.
Yo,
Uh,
let the man speak.
damn. Okay. Before you can do that, he kind of looks down at it. His eyes go like really wide. He gasps and he looks up, and he says, "There's not much time. I need to explain. The Order of the Hoots Force was created originally after the First Great War in order to
Skip dialogue.
and then finally just the order was created in order to find when the heroes of Fife would reincarnate. It's been some 700 years we've been established, and not once has the crystal been awoken. This must mean something. The wizard has risen from the dead. The goblins have become aggressive and corrupted.
Are they Chaos Wizards by chance?
Yeah, the Chaos Wizards are the ones who resurrected Zargothrax. They're his disciples. And he goes, "There's not much time." And you see him pull out his sword, put his hand over it. It kind of starts shining, like glowing this sort of greenish, bluish tinge.
I take it from him.
I already said it. I said it first.
Hey, no, we gotta roll. See who gets higher and who gets it.
I'm just gonna say no.
Aw.
And he kind of holds it up. And as he does this, on the back of all of your hands, you see this glowing sigil of a snake eating a snake.
Whoa!
Before it fades,
It's just like that
He-
sex dream we had last night.
Whoa!
he kind of looks up after you said that, and he goes, "You had a dream. This must mean something. As soon as you've dealt with these goblins here, which I do not doubt that you have the capabilities of, go to the gates. If you show this symbol, you will immediately be escorted to the king.
I kill myself.
This needs to be heard."
I don't want to deal with that. I run back to the
and as-
thing and get
as-
drunk.
He says this, he dies.
So should we start?
Snatch the amulet and the sword.
Should we start heading to the
It's just a
gate?
normal sword.
Fine, I
Well-
snatch the amulet.
You
Get-
could clear out the goblins, or you could go to
Let's
the
go to the
gate.
goblins. Let's just deal with the goblins and collect our reward.
I'm down to deal with the goblins.
I'm down as well.
Sick. Okay.
I'm up.
So you guys continue on into the forest. You get to a point where you see like the opening of a cave almost. It looks like almost like a cave, I guess. Spruce trees you can see around it. There's heavily forested. You can see some larger pile of leaves. And I would let me see what I would roll for this. Let me just look at your character. Can I get you guys to roll perception very quickly that the two piles of leaves behind these trees are in fact not leaves, they are goblins hiding. And just as the arrow is let loose, you're able to kind of step aside from it. And now
I got the arrow.
you do not. Only a monk can do that in canon.
I'm a
Or in
monk.
D&D.
I
You're not
call-
a paladin.
I call Quinn into battle position, getting him ready to
Cool.
cast spells.
So if you guys can roll initiative, it's. But yeah, Aiden, you're up.
All right, I tell Quinn to cast an all attack. So could I
Nice.
use create bonfire to create a bonfire?
You could, but you only have one action a turn.
Okay, so that's fine. I will create the bonfire. I'm gonna use control flames to bring the fire to the other goblins.
One, okay.
What?
Yeah,
That was like a two-turn attack.
I'll let you roll it again because did have a big setup.
No, I think that's hilarious.
Okay, 6. So I'm not even gonna roll for the saving throw because at worst it would be half damage, and you can't half one in D&D anyways. So yeah, they all get singed. You see the melee goblins in front of Deep Fryer. They're like patting down their ragged leather scrap armor.
Let's go. 14.
Okay, cool. So I mean, you go up to one of them, and I'm not even making you roll damage. You just put it out. It's dead. You just its head is more of a mush than a skull at this point, and it is now Jesse's turn.
All right. So I use my short bow.
Okay,
I pulled
Can I
a
shoot?
Psyduck, boys.
you pulled a Psyduck.
I want to rethink my actions.
That's.
You rack your arrow, and it falls.
Yeah.
Are you
Dude got no
You
riz
didn't
with the
roll-
bow.
As you kill the goblins, you look up and you're now closer to the cave, which they are. You can assume that they were most likely scouts or watch guards for the cave, and presumably the cave is where the main goblin horde, the goblin guys are. So you can either go farther in the cave or go into the cave, clear out the goblins there. You can go back to the city. You can, I don't know.
I'd like to smoke a blunt.
I say,
know what?
I say we head to the cave.
Yeah, we head to the cave. That's a good
You
idea.
have my smoke break first.
Yeah,
meet him in the
we
cave.
actually did say
Captive.
we actually
Yeah,
did
the-
save you, or something.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I
I'm
use
gonna
Hellish
give-
Rebuke on him.
Give him a really good pat in the back that he falls into the river.
Okay, can you roll a strength check? And then Jesse, I'll have you roll a strength check, and whoever's higher. So
13.
Deep rolled a 13, Jesse. Was
Right there.
There, right there.
Are you serious, bro?
So you go for a swim.
I get in between both of you and I push each other to the side and I say, guys,
I command Aiden to.
lest we not forget about our objective.
I pulled down my pants.
We must kill. We must kill Senator
I
Yangaba.
use command on Aiden and I tell him to. What? Okay, I command Aiden and say down.
I
say sit.
refuse. I refuse. We have a goal as people, as warriors, to save,
Wait,
fight the people, the refugees, the
Command, shut.
bad bitches.
Can I push Aiden into the river?
Oh,
roll strength.
oh my God! Oh,
You're not
Wow.
even saved yet. He
I'm
just
in the
reaches
river.
out from the cave.
I'm in the river.
I got that one. Never mind.
I'm in the. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to
I
swim.
pull Aiden out with my. I command Aiden out.
No, I take off his glasses. I take off his glasses and shine light at his eyes.
I put on the goblin suit.
A 16. Okay, you're pretty convincing goblin.
6 foot
I
tall.
roll through the gritty.
Okay, so I go in there, and I say, that Yagaboth,
Yeah.
that dude, what's up with that guy, huh? What's up with that guy? What's up with that
I would
guy?
like to yell that we're not goblins.
Aiden asks the goblins about Dargothrax, and they look at him. They're like 3 goblins around a little campfire, kind of just huddle to themselves. They look over at you, and they're like, Zargothrax, he's the whole reason why we're here. We're at truce with him. If we stop the carriages of the humans from the city, he gives us power.
All right. What I'm gonna
We're
do
not
here?
actually
What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use hold on. I'm gonna use control flames and ambush them and have everybody run in right after I do that and we start attacking.
Well, I failed because I had an 11.
Let's go.
So they all take 6 damage. They're patting themselves down. As they're patting themselves down, you see like their leather jerkins kind of skinned, their swords they're rushing to grab. As this is happening, you guys all roll initiative. You guys get to take 1 turn first because you surprised them. So you all get to go once, and then they
What
get
is
to go.
up with my rolls
Wow.
today? 3 ones in a row. It's insane.
That's crazy.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
So the initiative order is. Okay.
Damn.
So the initiative order is. The first round it will be Jude, then Deep Fryer, then
Me.
Jesse, then Aiden. The second turn the goblins don't take their first turn. Goblin they go second, so it'll go. The second turn will be Jude again, then Goblin, then the rest. An arrow hits the goblin right in the chest, on fire. He just looks down and just falls over. He's very dead. Your unarmed strike does 3 damage. So this one goblin is just having a bad day. He was already tasked to like guard the entrance to the cave.
Good.
He missed his son's like 3rd
Let's
birthday.
get stuff out of him. What do you know?
He's on fire from this goblin that just controlled this campfire, and now this elf runs up and just jams his finger in his eye. He's
In his
not
ass.
having a good day. It is now, I think, Jesse's turn. Yeah.
Okay. What is the position I'm in right now?
Now connected to iPhone.
The position.
The fuck?
That was in law. That was in law. The
Yeah, that
goblin
was
said that.
yeah.
goblin
The
said
goblin did say that. I heard that too.
that.
I was like, damn, that's a pretty good computer voice. Do that again. It's actually pretty good.
You got a 21.
Holy shit,
So,
he's dead.
I'm not even gonna make you roll damage. You walk up to him, you just put your hand on his face, and you just see a glow start to happen, and his head just explodes.
Like the boys style.
Like the boys, yeah. The goblin.
Can I roll history to see if he had a family?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dead body.
He's gonna be like the leader of all
Are
goblins.
you serious?
It was just him. It was just him. It started with him and it ended with him.
Can I take a
have his Johnson. I have his Johnson now.
Can I roll
like
for
the
sleight of
throw
hand
his Johnson.
if he had anything in his pockets?
Fine, then I just like, like glove smack. I do that to him.
Ah!
I just with the Johnson.
I have this.
Yeah.
I have a cock mark on my cheek for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
Like a little red mark on my cheek.
And roll strength for how hard I slap him with the Johnson.
I'm eating popcorn. I'm watching this. I'm eating popcorn. I'm watching this.
1/4 of my health was taken away by penis.
Sort of kneeling in front of it, and then one goblin behind it. You can tell is probably the goblin boss. He has like a little skull headdress on. He has a little like stave he's waving around. You can't make out what he's saying at this distance, but you see almost like he goes super pale. There's like red like veins all over him. You see him hit the ground. He just stands up and pulls out his two-handed sword from his back and stares at you.
I'm awake.
Can I use my help action?
A flurry of blades come out and you stab him. He kind of like looks down, wipes the wound, looks at his own blood, and stares back up. It definitely hit him, but didn't really phase him too much.
All right, I take the 2 bonfires and I aim it all at the table, dude. The Death Knight.
14. So you bring this axe down. You can hear a crunch like as it hits his head. It like splits his shoulder open. He's like knocked prone on the ground. He's like stumbling to get up. He is just held on by rage at this point and is now back up to Jude's turn.
Cool. Can I sneak attack, or did my last?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think you entered stealth again.
Oh, okay.
Deserved.
Then I will just two-handed, two-weapon fighting rapier then dagger again.
So you just go where the whirlwind of blades, you all the pokes, and he is just dead. You have
Let's
killed him.
go.
Yo.
As your last kind of you rip your sword out, his body just kind of puffs into like this purplish mist as it dissipates.
Okay, so
Wow.
does anything else happen?
You're now in a room of goblin corpses. Yeah.
I like to hit a.
I go up to the table. Is there anything up with the table?
It just looks like a sacrificial altar.
Okay.
I mean, if we want, we could end here for today. Have a long rest. Get you guys all healed up for next time.
I'm looking forward.
Cringe.
I'm looking forward to the return of Yalgaboth and Grigatar.